welcome back to TechnoChart's YouTube channel. And in today's video, I am going to talk about three ways to write the complete trend in a stock. Now, this method is used to write the trend as long as the trend is intact. In this, we cannot catch the bottom as well as the top. The first method is using the super trend, second method is using the moving averages, and the third method is using the relative strength. Now, you might have known all the three indicators, but we need to know how to understand or how to apply these indicators correctly. So super trend is an indicator, that is a trend following indicator. How can you apply a super trend? Let me apply it in the charts. Just type here super trend, right? So if you type super trend, you can see that there is an indicator. We will just click on the super trend, and now in super trend you can see that it shows in red and green color. These basically are buy and sell signals generated based upon the volatility or based upon the ATR length. Now, not going into the detail of how the indicator is plotted or how indicator calculation occurs. It is only used for in a trend following strategy, because as the name itself suggests, super trend. Now, this super trend indicator can be only be used in a trending market. This cannot be used in a sideways zone. So for example, if we look at the chart, that super trend gave a buy signal at around, for example, at around 398, then it gave a sell signal at 800 rupees. So the stock almost doubled from here, then it gave a sell signal. And again, so when can super trend be again used? Super trend can again be used if you see that the multiple buy and sell signals are getting occurred in a sideways market. You can use super trend only after the breakout has happened over a all time high or 52-week high breakout, right? So this kind of breakout can help you to identify the trend. So in current market, for example, if you want to use the super trend in a sideways stock, so how can you use super trend? Now, wait for a breakout to occur above 2900 or 3000 rupees, then only you can use the super trend effectively. Because if you buy super at this point, then you may get a sell signal immediately in few days. So to avoid such kind of whipsaws in a sideways market in choppy zones, it is not advised to use a super trend indicator. So let us take an example of Motherson Sumi. For example, Motherson Sumi gave a sell signal at this area, and the stock had also broken down. So I hope you understand that you will only use super trend in a sideways zone when a breakout or a breakdown has occurred, right? So in this scenario, as you can see that the super trend had given us multiple signals. Now, uh, we will exit or we will enter into that in this stock only after a clear cut trend has emerged. So now let us check the second. So the second method that I am going to talk about is moving averages. Now, as you might have known about the stage analysis, so in stage analysis we are going to use the 30-week moving average on the weekly time frame, right? So in this, as you have seen that once we buy on the stage 1 breakout, then we can ride the trend as long as the trend is intact and the stock does not close below the 30-week moving average. So for example, let us now check the chart of some good stocks where the stock has emerged out of the 30-week moving average, and how you can ride the trend using the same, right? So HSCL, if we look at the chart of HSCL, as it is one of the recent stocks that everyone is tracking. Now in this case, as you can see that the stock has given us a stage 1 breakout at around 46 rupees, 46 rupees or so, and then we are going to ride the trend as long as the trend is intact above the 30-week moving average. Finally, after a breakdown has occurred at around 143 rupees, we are going to exit in this particular script. So as you can see, we are not going to exit at the top of the trend, rather we are going to exit after the trend confirmation has ended and after we see that the end has come of the trend, right? So now we are going to exit on the weekly time frame, and then as you can see that has the stock has fallen from 140 rupees to 30 rupees. Now currently, if you look at the chart, the stock has again broken out of the stage 1, and now in this case we can use the 30-week moving average to hold the trade as long as the stock is the trade is intact, or as long as the stock is above the 30-week moving average, we can hold the trade, right? So trailing stop loss or riding the trend as long as possible is only possible once or when you use an indicator to identify what type of price action is happening. So the third method that we are going to look forward is about relative strength, that as you have seen how I use relative strength plus stage analysis combination. So if you are looking for mentorship and to understand to into a deeper way, then you can use the link below in the description to pay through that link, and we are going to start the mentorship tomorrow, right? So now we can also use the relative strength concept to understand or to ride the trend as long as possible. So here we see that the relative strength has turned positive. So now what is relative strength? Basically relative strength is the outperformance and underperformance of a stock. So it is used for, generally it is used for momentum investing. Now in this scenario we see that the stock has started to outperform the general market, and hence we are going to stay updated, or hence we are going to stay or ride into this trend, and then we will exit the trend as soon as the trend has changed, or as soon as the relative strength has turned into negative. So we are going to stay into this trend and we will exit at this area. Similarly, if you look at the chart of Shankara building, right? So the same thing, you will see that the same thing is happening again and again, that the stock is following either stage analysis or the stock may follow relative strength concept. The only thing is you can combine all the three concepts to come with a system, or uh, use a single system, right? So now it depends upon how effectively you want to create a system. If you like the video, do share it with your friends. And there is one more video of 2 hours about multi-bagger stock selection, so if you haven't watched it, do not miss it. Thank you, have a great day.